Welcome to the quarantine edition of Wrestling News Update. I'm David Two Dogs Hayes.
And I'm Chris. I enforced social distancing with Superkicks Barnes. Through the magic of editing, we're not actually in the same room right now, so leave us alone, nerds.
Thanks to the continuing spread of COVID-19, many expected this year's WrestleMania to be canceled. Instead, not only will WrestleMania go on, it will be split into 2 nights of performances, but without audience members in attendance.
Thankfully, the WWE has been preparing us for this for years by making sure fans don't want to show up. The company will continue taping shows in empty performance spaces until the safety of their athletes and fans alike can be guaranteed by medical professionals.
Or until the Saudis fork over another $10 million.
Which breaks down to $5 million for every move Bill Goldberg knows how to do.
Meanwhile, Braun Strowman has been facing a storm of criticism on social media, while other wrestlers suggested charitably supporting out-of-work performers on the independent circuit. Strowman objected to the idea that anyone should get these handouts.
It sounds harsh, but let's be honest, Strowman already displayed a lifetime supply of charity when he agreed to wrestle Tyson Fury.
A 6-woman match for the SmackDown Women's title at WrestleMania lost one of its competitors when Dana Brooke placed herself in quarantine.
Our odds makers say that her chances of winning the championship have thus dropped to 0. No, wait, hang on. That's also where they started.
Rey Mysterio has also been placed under quarantine, giving wrestling fans a month off from watching him wrestle Andrade. Unfortunately, this means that next month's Money in the Bank will be nothing but Mysterio and Andrade facing off for 4 straight hours. Andrade unfortunately tested negative for the coronavirus, while Zelina Vega hunched over the exam table and screamed at the doctor the entire time.
One of the most celebrated events of the year has been Edge's return to wrestling after he medically retired in 2011. Edge's comeback has been called a miracle, but the real miracle here is that they got Randy Orton to give a shit about a storyline again.
Edge, who risked paralysis every time he steps into a ring, will face off against Randy Orton in a last man standing match because your basic human compassion is a weakness and Vince can smell it on you.
Both nights of WrestleMania will be hosted by Rob Gronkowski, who is reported to soon be joining the talent roster of the WWE. Sources say that Gronkowski is the perfect fit because he already knows how to win a predetermined match.
That was a Patriots joke.
Number 1 contender / Scottish heartthrob Drew McIntyre is set to face off against American heart condition Brock Lesnar. Lesnar hasn't been seen on a pay-per-view since defeating Ricochet at Super Showdown in February. Presumably, he has spent the intervening time hibernating and burning off his winter weight.
The Big Show has a new program coming out soon called The Big Show Show, in which he plays a fictional version of himself raising $3.
The Big Show debuts on April 6th because The Rock's Rock and Ric Flair's Flair proved unsuccessful with test audiences.
Kids in the Scott Hall has been shut down pending the outcomes of several court cases.
Over in AEW, the Dark Order revealed the identity of their Exalted One as Brody Lee, formerly known as Luke Harper in WWE. Christopher Daniels had doubted that the Exalted One even existed, but he's not the first out-of-touch old man to not believe in Brody Lee.
You know that Lee used that line in the promo, right?
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's hard to make fun of AEW. Cody's neck tattoo.
Sasha Banks is using social media to help get her theme song remix to reach number 1 on the music charts. The remix features a collaboration with her and her cousin Snoop Dogg because Martha Stewart was busy, I guess.
Finally, it's becoming apparent that this pandemic might last much longer than anyone expected. So we here at Wrestling News Update have taken it upon ourselves to help the WWE name future quarantine pay-per-views, such as a reminder to wash your hands.
Coming up next month, it's super slow down and ask yourself if going out is really necessary.
In June, we've got Elimination Change Your Cleaning Habits.
In July, we can look forward to Summer Slam an old lady into a Pepsi display if it means you get the last package of toilet paper.
In August, be sure to check out Purell in a Cell.
In September, wrestle, maintain a safe distance.
And hopefully by October, Survivor Series.
For Wrestling News Update, I'm David Two Dogs Hayes.
And I'm Chris Barnes. Make sure to check out the WrestleMania episode of This Is a Work coming soon.